Hello and welcome to Live Letter in 5 minutes. Today's letter was not only about the near future, but also in which direction Final Fantasy XIV is going to head over the next 10 years. Talking about 7.0, he put a huge emphasis on wanting to improve solo player experience. He wants the game to get more of a touch like a single player RPG that you can play with friends. Plus they were talking about the huge first graphical update they want to do with the game, just to keep the game looking sharp and state of the art. They will not be that realistic, as photorealism is not the goal they are going for. They just want to improve overall visuals by improving shaders, which will make the hair look more crisp, the skin more smooth, and overall improving shader quality will by nature just smooth out sharp edges and will give everything a more smooth touch. It looks like there's a little bit more subsurface scattering going on when I look at the Lalafel's ear like that, which is basically parts of our body where we have very thin skin and light is shattering through, often seen in hands and ears. I just might be interpreting too much into this, as there's an HDR around the Lalafell on the right and there's only a grayscale on the Lalafell to the left, so the extra color there might just be light that's coming in from the HDR onto the model. Those are just sample visuals, but they want to improve shadow resolution to make colors look better and improve lighting. Improving metal texture so they have more kind of a shine to them, which you can do pretty easily normally just by adding metalness to an object or to a texture. But I think Square Enix knows that, and it's not the problem that they don't know that, but for this to work, it's very specific on what shaders the engine is using, and there might just have been miscommunication in the earlier days of the engine production, or they just didn't want to risk messing up performance just to get a shiny gold tone. But now that PCs are getting better, they just want to add more stuff, add more environment object, have textures in higher resolution, and they want to give more attention to the environment like trees and grass and stuff. To make the game more enjoyable for single player experience, they're working on a trust system rework to have the whole dungeons of A Realm Reborn upwards being able to run with trust, so you can do them with NPCs basically. There will be other small adjustments to A Realm Reborn story as well, as a rework of Cape Westwind, and the castrum rates not being 8 men anymore but 4 men. They said they will start doing that with A Realm Reborn in 6.1, but eventually they will have everything being playable just as a solo player experience that can be enjoyed with friends as well. So it was basically a lot of stuff they will adjust for new players coming in so they have a more enjoyable experience. For all the players who want to enjoy the story, hear the story is great, but are just uncomfortable with the multiplayer experience. So they want to shape it more in the direction, if you want to, you can, but you don't have to. For the near future, from 6.1 to 6.5, we will of course have new main scenario quests. They want to add a new Hildebrand questline and a new Tartaru questline. Plus for 6.1 we have our first Alliance Raid of Endwalker coming out, which will be thematically tied to the 12 gods of Aetheris. The new PvP they told us about last live letter will be implemented in 6.1.5. The new Trust Beast Tribes will be added in 6.1.1, which means 2 weeks after the patch drops there will be the Ultimate coming out as well. So people have 2 weeks time to play through the story and they don't feel rushed to skip the story just to get to the Ultimate. And Ultima Weapon Unreal will come out, the reworked version of the level 50 fight. So if you're not into the Ultimate stuff, there's something for you to do as well. Plus in 6.1, Ishgard Housing will be unlocked, which you can have access to in 4 different systems. Well, it's basically 2, but you can do them in 2 different ways. One of them is the lottery system, where you can just put your name in and just hope that you get picked for the plot. Plus there is a first come first serve option where you just go to the plot that you want to buy and just spam click until it becomes available and you just pray you get it. This is also known as Housing Savage. Throughout 6.x they will improve upon the trust system they want to build for A Realm Reborn, and they want to implement a new type of dungeon which can be entered from 1 to 4 players, increasing the difficulty the more players you go in with. Plus in 6.2 the Island Sanctuary will be implemented, which a lot of players are looking forward to, and it will be improved on over the next couple of patches. Of course in 6.2 as usual, Pandemonium Turn 5 to 8 will come out, including other trials we don't know about yet, just because Yoshi P was trying to avoid spoilers. Plus they said they will increase the time major patches drop from 3.5 months to 4 months, just because of the extra work they have to put in, as they have way much more stuff to do now and they can't keep up with the schedule they had before. Then in 6.3 they announced a new deep dungeon coming out, which a lot of players are looking forward to, plus another ultimate we're getting. So regarding the second ultimate, we can only speculate whether it's gonna be there or not, just like you can only speculate if I'm wearing pants right now. I mean, you'd assume so, but who knows. Then in 6.4 and 6.5 they will add more Criterion Dungeon, as they call them, the ones that get harder the more people you're going with. Plus they will finish the Pandemonium raids and the Alliance raids. Of course over all this time there will be more MSQ coming, more trials, more extreme trials, etc. The usual stuff. Plus they confirmed there will be female Hrothgars coming to the game, but just the date when it's going to come is not confirmed yet. So thank you very much for watching. I hope I could inform you in just under 5 minutes. If you like short content like this or want it more stretched out, leave your opinion about that in the comments. Thank you so much for watching and have fun playing Final Fantasy.